You would think that when you get older, you'll just magically just start doing shit. You're like, oh, now I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna just start doing what I need to do. Nigga, I don't even feel like getting a job. I don't feel like doing anything, bro. Lately, I don't seem to have any passions for anything really. Like, I love doing YouTube videos and I like making music, but it's like to put in the work and the effort is kind of just like, I don't know. Do I want to do all of that? And like I said, I think, like, I have passions, and I have dreams, but it's like to put the time and the effort into it, it's like, damn, it really does take a lot of work and it can take time, bro. You just gotta put in the effort, put in the work, and you don't know whether it's gonna go somewhere or not. And it's like, damn, you just don't feel like doing anything sometimes. You get so caught up in life and you take your breaks and it's like, like you just don't want to do anything no more. Like, I know y'all like heard of people that be like, oh, so passionate about doing this and doing that. Like, every day they'll just sit and think about it and it's just like replays in their head and they just want to do it. Like, sometimes, bro, I don't feel like doing anything. Sometimes I feel like I have like no passions and I just want to sit in my bed and fucking rot and doom scroll, bro. Like, that's how it be sometimes. I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is something I have to force myself out of or if it'll just wash away naturally. Like, so many people will sit here and tell you, like, you need to grind, you need to keep at it, you need to just have this focus, you need to be laser focused on what you want to do and just keep going for it no matter what. And just beat that ass, you know what I'm saying? Just sit there and, and just keep punching that wall until you break through. That's what you need, your breakthrough. And I honestly don't feel like doing that. Once I punch my wall and I break and shatter my fucking wrist and I'm like, ow, that shit actually hurts. I don't feel like punching anymore. I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather just sit here, stare at the wall, and imagine me breaking through it. I like to use imagination. But even with all that being said, it's like people are gonna be around you and force you to do shit. You can't just sit on your ass. I'm not trying to say I'm lazy or that I want to be lazy, but sometimes I really just don't feel like doing anything. But I still just gotta do it. And I hate how, like, I feel like a lot of people make it seem like, oh, they're always like ready to do something and they just kept doing it but I feel like that's not really realistic. Like, a lot of the passions and the dreams that we have, we don't feel like doing that shit. Something that you want to do, you're not going to feel like doing all the time. And I feel like a lot of people try to make it seem like, oh, you just need to always have that confidence. You need to always have that positivity. You need to always, like, just keep going and feeling like you got to do it, or have that, that obsession about it. But we're not going to all have that. We all operate differently. And I don't feel like doing shit sometimes, bro. I don't feel like doing anything, bro. I just want to sit in my fucking bed and go to sleep and, but that's not realistic. And, I feel like we'll all grow out of it. And just to keep, we eventually push through. I don't really know what I'm saying at this point. But yeah, right now I'm just trying not to like put too much pressure on myself, and just take it one step at a time. I think that's what I need to do. And like I said before in my latest video, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I think, like, if you have that feeling as well, like you're burnt out, you don't feel like doing nothing, take some of the load off of you. I feel like a lot of times people trying to make it seem like you need to do this, you need to do that. Try to just break it up into days of what you could do, and just go for it. And then I just seen this Instagram reel. She was talking about having an emotional attachment to it. So me doing YouTube, I need to have an emotional attachment to doing this. I can't just be like, oh, I'm just doing it just to do it because I said I'm gonna do it. No, I emotionally want to do this because I like talking to people, at least online, and I like that you guys actually like my content, and that makes me happy. So that's why I want to do this, So I feel like that helps. Having an emotional attachment to what you want to do and just keep grinding for it, But yeah, I'm gonna try not to stress myself, and y'all try not to stress yourselves out either, Whatever you're doing in your life, just keep it pushing, just keep going, and that's all I can really say. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a motivational speaker, but I can encourage you guys because I want the best for y'all, But yeah, I don't be feeling like doing shit. You know, sometimes I be lazy. Sometimes I say I'm gonna do something, don't do it. Don't beat yourself up over it, and just keep going. You know, just keep it pushing, and you'll eventually get there. We're gonna hit the peak soon. You know. But yeah, I guess that's about it. If you having a good day, I'm having a good day. If you watched to this point in the video and you fucking with me, bro, I fuck with you. Go ahead and subscribe and comment, you know, how y'all feeling and what y'all be going through. I'd love to know what y'all, you know, been up to and shit. You can hit me up in my email or let me know in the comments what else you want me to talk about. Or if you got any stories to share, I'll make a video on it. And yeah, bro, that's about it, man. But we gonna keep it pushing, you know. It's like sometimes I could do whatever I want. Sometimes I'm just don't want to do shit. But hey, that's just how it is. That's just how life be. Yeah. I'll see y'all in the next one though. Peace, bro.